Welcome back to NBA Today.
I remember first game I was nervous, playing against, your idol. I was nervous.
I was able to inspire a kid that wasn't even in America, and that's pretty special. His ability to make plays not only for himself, for his teammates, to rebound and just play for the pure love of the game. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
It was me, Wilt Chamberlain, Bob Cousy.
The way he talks to me, it's amazing. One of the best. So it's just a great relationship, and I'm glad, me from Slovenia, I can play games like this against LeBron. So it's just special.
It's still not real. It's still not real. Even watching that, it's still not real. And when you have a trade of this magnitude, there's no one better than Michael Wilbon to help put all of this into perspective. Mr. Legend, Mr. Hall of Famer, how are you squaring? Have you ever seen this, the Mavericks' decision to move on from one of the greatest players of this generation?
Malika, it's been a long time. I mean, I was not even a teenager yet when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar requested a trade and was traded to the Lakers. But there was run up to that.
Right.
And it wasn't a surprise. There wasn't the shock value that we got late Saturday night, particularly even for those of us still awake on the East Coast, nearly 1 a.m. So no, and I was only, I don't know, maybe 2 years old when Wilt got traded, a little older than that, maybe 6 or 7. So I don't remember. This is the biggest deal of this kind in a long, long time. There have been other sports. Wayne Gretzky was traded after winning 4 championships and still a young enough man to be in his prime, sort of. But the shock value of 2 of them being involved, and a global icon being involved at 25 or 26, whatever Luka's about to turn. He's got a birthday coming up. And Anthony Davis, still in his prime, a 25-point scorer and a great two-way player. To have both of them, that is the jolt, and it came with no warning. And there's all of that, and Dallas being in the finals last year, but most of it is just Luka being box office. People internationally want to see Luka Doncic. Not necessarily as much the case with Anthony Davis, but definitely the case with Luka. And I tell you what, Malika, real quickly, from the way Dallas played last night, the one thing I wonder is that has their spirit been just snatched out of them for more than, is it short term? And it's understandable. They lost their identity. I get it. But how do you restore that? I mean, how long are they going to get to mope and say, oh, my God, we're not the only ones shocked? Remember, it's not like Jimmy Butler where this has been talked about for a month. So they played not just they were depressed. Do you get that back? Does Dallas lose its identity? And that didn't even dawn on me until I saw the highlights from last night. I'm like, wow, what does that mean for the Mavericks, if anything?
Right. Maybe the arrival of Anthony Davis will help this team move from a place of shock to a place of, okay, we're trying to avenge what happened in the NBA Finals last year. Michael Wilbon, thank you for your perspective. And please, next time, I would love to hear of a trade in the middle of the night when you're actually asleep, Mr. Wilbon, because you're always up for these sorts of things. Let's continue with Tim McMahon here. A lot of fans in Dallas, they're hurting after this trade, but Nico Harrison, he said he sees this as a win-now move. What exactly is Dallas betting on?
Yeah, they're betting on, as Nico has said repeatedly, defense, winning championships. And this is a win-now move, which is extraordinarily unusual when you trade a superstar player of Luka Doncic's caliber. Usually that's a rebuilding type of situation. But Nico has said that the Mavericks are built to win now and in the future. Then he clarified that future being a 3 to 4 year time frame. And, that's interesting. And that is music to the ears of a lot of the Mavericks' neighbors. The Oklahoma City Thunder own swap rights with the Mavericks from 2028. The Houston Rockets have the rights to their 2029 pick. The San Antonio Spurs have swap rights on 2030. These were all trades that the Mavericks made over the last few years, or from trades from over the last few years, when they were motivated to build a contender around Luka Doncic, hoping to convince him that Dallas could be his long-term home, that he would have chances to compete for championships in Dallas. And that all puts into perspective just how shocking and sudden a shift it has been to decide to get out of the Luka Doncic business for the Mavericks.
Yeah, this has been shocking is the word I continue to use. Thank you so much, Tim McMahon. Hey, if you want more on the Luka Doncic show, if you want to revisit everything that happened in his career with the Dallas Mavericks, Tim McMahon has a book coming out, The Wonder Boy. You can make sure to check out that.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just wanted to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.